You're tuning in to the Copacetic Hour.
This is the Copacetic Hour.
Why don't you just chill?
Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill?
Yes, this is the Copacetic Hour. Copacetic is a term meaning everything is fine, cool, and in excellent order. This podcast is the area for open discussion, but not for the weak-hearted nor the simple-minded. And although we may not always agree, we will always exemplify respect. But at the same time, nobody, and I do mean nobody, is exempt from getting these jokes. Everything is copacetic. Yes, this is the Copacetic Hour. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Who on first? I'm Gentasia, also known as Red, back with another video.
Facts.
And I'm Sonetta, also known as Netta G.
Okay.
Shout out to E for inviting me, representing Kalamazoo on this thing. All these Battle Creekers on here, but nice to be here.
I'm Shadonna, or Don Juan. I'm actually from Ypsilanti.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with Battle Creek. Nothing wrong with Battle Creek, but I'm from the Creek.
And I'm DQ, the only dude this week, man. So please take it easy on me.
Facts. So we're gonna jump into some heavy stuff. We're gonna jump into some topics that we need to talk about in the black community. But first, you know what I'm saying, I want to talk about, Chadwick Boseman that passed away this week. I just want to give like a quick moment of silence for the Chadwick Boseman. All right. Now, what's y'all thoughts on, man, that shit hit me like in my chest, nigga. Like I was watching a comedy show at the time and that I paid for to watch online, and the shit just, somebody texted me like, hey, Chadwick Boseman just died, bro. And I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, that must be some internet shit. You know what I'm saying? And then fucking TMZ put the shit out, and I was like, damn, that shit, my chest just started hurting and shit. Like, nigga, you don't know like what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter how much money you got, how famous you are, how good of a person you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's your time, it's your time. Shit is crazy. What is y'all thoughts on Chadwick Boseman, the illustrious actor?
Well, I was in Jersey when I heard about it. And like you, I didn't believe it was true. And I don't know, just for him to be so young and the way he got taken away from this earth was just shocking. And like you said, you can have any amount of money, but when it's your time, it's your time. That doesn't stop you from getting sick. Like, it's just crazy. But rest in peace to him.
Facts.
Yes. I feel like he was definitely served his purpose. It's unfortunate that he did pass away so young. And when I was reading up on it, it says that colon cancer is really treatable, manageable. So I started to think, okay, like, was he too deep into the role where he wasn't really paying attention to his health, or what was going on? And then I never seen that live video that he did when he was looking real skinny.
Yeah.
But when I looked back at it, and then I looked at people commenting, they was real rude. And God take the good, and they die young. And when you don't appreciate good people, they are taken away from you. So that's why I was like, okay, so it's a lot of different things. Could this have been prevented? Was he serving a purpose with his movie to bring us attention to something else? There's definitely a message behind it. So, what we still need to figure out.
Right. When he found out he had it, he had caught it so late was what the issue was. He caught it like during the third level of it. You know what I'm saying? So when he caught it, it was like, oh, he was having surgeries and everything, but it was just, I guess it was just too much.
When I found out about it, I was literally with my nieces and my nephew. My nephew was 8 years old, And Black Panther, that's all you know, as far as a black superhero.
Right.
We're literally making pieces. And I'm sitting at the kitchen table and I'm just scrolling on Twitter and I'm just like, oh, wow. I'm like, is this for real?
Right.
And I hop on, like, Google, Google, I ain't gonna lie. So I'm just like, oh, wow. Like, this is for real. Like, wow. And it's just shocking. Like, we didn't grow up with black superheroes. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think what we had, I remember watching like the famous Jet Jackson and stuff like that. Like
Static Shock is the only person I could think of.
It was another family, but up and away on Disney and stuff like that. But like he brought effect to our culture.
Facts.
As far as even just the humanitarian he was, as far as how he moved as a person.
Yep.
You were not gonna get another him. He was our Denzel of our generation. You know what I mean? So
that's a good point.
Now you right.
I think. Yeah, I found out. I think I was scrolling on Twitter as well, and it's crazy because I went to the shade room to confirm it. That's crazy that the shade room was that's my news outlet. Yeah, but yeah, when I saw it on there, man, that shit tripped me out. But then again, the first thing I thought about is like, man, like he kept that under wraps for so long. Yeah. They say he was diagnosed, I think 2016. But I think the bigger picture that I took from it is like, he didn't let that define him at all. And it's like, he still went out to do everything that he, that he had wanted to do, He wanted to accomplish so much.
Right. And
just to know that he still was able to do that, still was able to go out there to create and give people what they wanted without, without a sign of anything. So I think that's a big thing, man, because we complain about so much small shit in our life.
Right.
And this man had cancer. He had cancer. He still went out there every day, woke up, and he did his thing. So.
Right.
Yeah, I repeated that, man.
He did 4 movies, at the time being diagnosed, including Black Panther. And it wasn't like no love shit, like no nigga, like he was playing Black Panther, 21 Bridges. Like this nigga was out here running, jumping on shit. You know what I'm saying?
That
like
shit crazy.
He was really like out here doing shit. And to think, what I'm
all
saying?
All those fighting scenes, bro, and Black Panther, that was him doing that shit, bro.
Right. You know what I'm saying? To think like he was going through all of that at the time. You know what I'm saying? Shit is, he's a remarkable person. Just, you know what I'm saying? He's a remarkable person.
Have a heart for your craft.
Man, right? The one thing that I saw that kind of fit to how I was feeling was like he was Aaron Foster's ex-football player. You know what I'm saying? He said that, Chadwick was a person who was like he had a pivotal moment in our culture and actually started the shift in our culture. You know what I'm saying? He breathed life into black people, caring about themselves. When Black Panther came out, everybody was fucking black this, black that, Africa this, Africa that, king, queen, you know what I'm saying? Throwing it up, like it was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It was like he brought self-love to our community. And you know what I'm saying? Like, which is, I don't even think like that's something that could ever be like measured. Cause you know what I'm saying? As a culture, we've been through so much, you know what I'm saying? For him to be a part of that it's remarkable. It's divinely in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
catch his Howard speech.
Yeah. I caught that.
I loved his Howard speech.
Yeah.
Like, man.
It was everything.
It was like
he spoke on his situation basically.
Yep.
He did. In so many words. He did.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like it was a hidden message.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had
a hidden message. That was a definitely like jewel that we could have for forever. Like I was like, wow, like they didn't even know what they was listening to.
Facts.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. I never heard it.
It's really
it's deep. It's super deep.
It'll make you want to get up and find yourself.
Yeah.
Facts. I'm with it.
Especially like he had another speech. He was like, some interviewer was interviewing. He was like, yeah, I bet you're tired doing all these movies. He was like, you have no idea how tired I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll live to tell about it. And then the fact that he don't live, like that shit just, it cut deep, bro.
I believe he's not living in a physical sense, but how many people he touched and how much of a legacy he created. He has lived to tell about it. His story is now out. He has a legacy of family and close friends that can attest to his character. So,
Facts.
I mean, spiritually, he's living to tell
Facts.
his journey with cancer, even though he didn't physically successfully win that journey or that battle, but
Right.
he won in other ways, in my opinion.
He won. He still won, like you said, because
Yeah.
of those reasons, definitely. Like, and he did not just Black Panther, even though Black Panther is probably the most pivotal thing he did. He played Jackie Robinson, like James Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had pivotal things. You said what?
Catch Five Bloods on Netflix.
I watched Five Blood. I just watched that yesterday.
Even his role in that was pivotal. Like, it was like, man, like, he had his final moments in that. Like, he didn't have a whole all the way through, you know, but he was important.
Yep.
Like, man.
You know
I gotta apologize to him. No, I was really upset when he did Thurgood Marshall because he wasn't light skinned enough, but he played the fuck out that role. But
yeah, Thurgood Marshall, like he played heroes. You know what I'm saying? He played our heroes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. RIP to that man. You know what I'm saying? You will truly be missed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they should replace him in Black Panther, even though I'm assuming that they will have to, because the scripts are already written out. You know what I'm saying? The comic books have been around since the 60s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I heard they're already recording too.
They were recording.
They was recording with him.
Yeah,
because it was supposed to release next year. I mean, honestly, I feel like they have to, and I don't feel like it'd be no type of disrespect to his legacy or anything at all. But you touched on it earlier about how powerful that movie was just for our culture, and to stop something like that, I feel like we need that moment right there.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
I
think they got to just figure out how they can spin it where they can still honor him in the movie some way.
Yeah.
But I just feel like we got to continue that, man, because just seeing how many little black kids was holding up their little Black Panther toys and all that stuff, you know, that meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we shouldn't cut that short because of that. And honestly, I don't even know if he would even want something like that, knowing how powerful it was.
Facts.
Isn't Shuri supposed to become the next Black Panther?
Eventually she does. She doesn't become the Black Panther, but she like eats the fruit to save the day in the comic books. You know what I'm saying?
It would be nice if they picked up on that, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? So
that would be nice.
They can try to divvy it up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere down the line, they can try to divvy it up somewhere.
I seen a photo of her with, I think the Black Panther's glove or something, and it said "My brother's keeper" on the photo.
Oh wow!
And it looked like a professional movie photo. I said maybe they are gonna do something like that.
Damn.
You never know.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd definitely be dope.
Yeah, be dope for the culture.
Facts. I had this thing about Amari Chadwick, about this nigga like propping himself up to, you know, talk about his death, but I kind of don't even want to talk about it because Amari Chadwick is just a weird ass nigga sometimes to me.
You gotta make it
like he's so irrelevant.
Like Power ain't on right now, so
he is so irrelevant.
Like, and the thing, I don't not like him. He just do bullshit.
Yeah.
It's been too many times, and it's been like this. It's just like just chill, enjoy your space that you're sitting in.
Facts.
Just enjoy it.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like there could have been a better way to say that if he meant good, if he had good intentions. But it was very narcissistic, self-centered.
Definitely.
You mad because Ghost dead? Like, chill out.
You know, and it was just weird as fuck. Like you whispering to a nigga in his ear on your way to get an award. What are you doing?
He told me no. This is yours. What?
He sounded like a drunk uncle trying to retell a story.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, that nigga definitely sounded bitter, and he took that moment to make that shit all about him, man. So I can't fuck with dog. I quit fucking with that nigga how they dragged the last season of Power. So fuck that.
I haven't finished Power yet. So.
You said you ain't finished Power?
I haven't finished it. I gotta watch the last 6 episodes.
Don't.
It was just weird and awkward. And then, did y'all see the comment he said to one of the girls?
About
like, your comment is as cancerous. I was like, that just took the cake.
When he said that, I was
he
like,
was so out of line.
Yeah,
how dare you take a spin on this? Like, what?
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was
Shit
some
was
real.
weird, man.
Comment is cancerous. He need to be canceled. What?
Yeah, he was tripping with that. At first, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt with the competitive shit because, you know what I'm saying, he's a D1 football player. He played football for Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, maybe he just competitive. No, I know niggas like that. But then when he made the cancerous shit, I was like, nah, bro, you went too far, bro. That ain't
I mean,
no shit.
you do shit like that if he's still alive, though. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
don't do no shit like that a day after this man died.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
That shit was
Yeah,
fucked
because
up.
There's no excuse for it.
beef almost.
You said what?
He was on the fence as if they had some petty beef almost. Like this
Yeah.
is like my farewell statement to you, bro.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that shit weird.
And I just really hate when people come up with telling these private moments that you had with somebody died.
Yeah,
Like, let that be between y'all, okay? Let it be between y'all that you whispered in his ear like a yin yang twin. Nobody give a fuck.
Facts.
You ain't have to tell us that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't stop singing it.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Omari. Yeah, I mean, not shout out to Omari. Fuck Omari. But shout out to Chadwick Boseman. You know what I'm saying? May you rest in peace.
Lifestyles is a men's and women's clothing store that carries exclusive quality labels. Their mission is to bridge the gap between mainstream fashions and luxury brands. They're the go-to place for the latest fashions and trends. You can shop with them online at lifestylesapparel.com. That's LIFESTYLEZ apparel.com. And follow them online at Lifestyles Apparel on all social media outlets. While you're at it, visit them at their brand new Memphis location.
Back to the podcast. Moving into our next topic. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a deep one today, folks. All right, so Meg came out. She finally told the story pretty much of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Not all the intricate details, but the main shit that we wanted to know, like what happened? Did he shoot you? Blase blah. She comes out. She says that Tory shot her, and she starts to receive like all this backlash. Oh, you a snitch. Oh, you bigger than her. I mean, you bigger than him. You probably was beating his ass. All this shit. And my question is that what is the divide in our interactions between black men and black women? And do y'all feel as black women that black men are not protecting black women?
who want to go first?
I will. I want to start off by saying I'm not grouping all black men in the same category because I do belong to a community of brothers that will protect me and will protect the women around them, even if they don't know them personally. I know men like that exist. However, and I have a boyfriend that does that. However, it seems like on a grander scale, whenever a black woman comes out and says something, it's like they have to question the assault that happened to her or the trauma that happened to her, or there's always a tone that she deserved it in a sense. And I feel like sometimes that comes from like a cultural and maybe even historical for the last couple of decades divide that black men and black women have. And I don't think it's cool because whenever someone assaulted in that way, like at least hear her out first. But it's literally as soon as those headlines started coming out, people, even black women, which really messed me up, but we're not talking about it. Black men were saying, what did she do to deserve this? Right. And nobody deserves to get shot in the foot by a grown ass man.
Facts.
No one
grown ass man.
Facts.
Yeah. So when she came out with her statement saying that, and even within her getting shot, she was trying to protect that nigga because she knows how police perceive black men.
Right.
people still not giving her fucking props and saying sorry to her. Like, y'all disrespected her loud as shit. And I need the apology that's that loud.
Period.
I agree.
My biggest problem with it, like, it's really a piggyback off of what she said. Like, I know men who will stand up. I know men, like, I've been in, certain instances, at the bar or something like that, a female was disrespected and a guy, was around, did do something. I've been in certain instances where a black female was disrespected and dudes was around and didn't do nothing, and I've had to step up. So I've seen both sides of it. Men can be very cowardly when it comes to when their image is on display, when money is involved. A lot of people ain't speaking up because of that. You know what I mean? Because if I say something and so-and-so might get this and they friends with this and this network, blah, 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 I get that. But when does morals and principles come into order?
Mm-hmm.
As a black woman, a lot of times I don't feel safe.
Same.
I carry myself a certain way to where I always got my own back, but it do feel good to know I'm protected by my fellow brothers, because it has been instances where I have stood up for my fellow brothers. In Meg's case, like when I actually thoroughly sat down and watched her explain everything, she was solid as hell through that. Solid as fuck. She like, and black women, that's one of our biggest things. We solid to the fuck. And then a lot of times black men, y'all fold on us.
Mm-hmm.
And I can get deep to this. This goes to the household. Y'all fold. And I don't know why. I'm not, married to nobody. I'm not nobody's mom. But it just doesn't make sense. You have black women, they on the forefront. You know what I mean? Their positions. They move, they do stuff for black men. But black men, y'all criticize us. Y'all put us down. Y'all don't uphold us. Y'all don't protect us. Some BS happening. Y'all didn't say, "Oh, Tori, let's hold you accountable. This is messed up, bro. Let's get you together." Which that was very well possible. He could have got together the right way, but it's kind of being swept under the rug because we ain't nobody even talking about it for real. Why is it so quiet? This woman was shot. She trying to play it off like, "Oh, glass. I don't know what happened. I'm distraught." For him. It's bigger than that. Like, that is just was sad that it had to come to that she really had to, like, I gotta tell the truth. Y'all not about to make me out to be the clown. And I feel her.
Facts.
And there's some people that still ain't riding with her. So it's unfortunate because accountability, it just needs to happen just all the way around. And the industry is the example. So
they got the platform.
What about you, Gentasia? You have a son who is not of age, but in a couple years, he gonna be fucking. You know what I'm saying? My nigga gonna be out here.
Her son fine.
You know what I'm saying? He got swag. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be out here.
You gonna have to have them talks.
Yeah, putting them up in him. You know what I'm saying? But
he already though.
How do you feel?
My son is a sweetheart though.
Raising a black man in this. You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to instill in him?
What he said? What'd you say?
How do you feel raising a black man with everything going on? What are you trying to instill in him so he is when he has to be? Because I feel like, although I do agree that, you know what I'm saying, if we see something, we need to do something. But in some situations, because of the way our community is, you don't want to put yourself in unnecessary danger if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's different if you know somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or if the shit is just too far, you know what I'm saying?
My son, I'm afraid. My worst fear is losing my son or something happening to my son. So I try to be very cautious on these days. You got to be very cautious on what you say because it can go either or. I can tell him to stand up for a woman, even though like he's not in a situation if he sees something happen and stand up. But what if they kill my son because he nosing in somebody else's business? Like that's a fear that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to stand up, but at the same time you have to protect yourself at all costs. Now with Tory Lanez, he had no reason to shoot that girl.
Facts.
Period. No reason. There was no reason for you to escalate that situation to where you have to shoot somebody. And for her and her trauma not to be acknowledged is terrible. Like, I wouldn't even want to do music no more. Like, that's just how I would feel, because if these the same people that's supposed to be supporting me, that's supposed to love me, and y'all doing me like this, what am I doing it for? You do music for the fans, and them same people that turn their back on you, you the one looking crazy.
Right.
That don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me. I ain't even got no comment, because let a nigga shoot me. Ain't no glass about it. 911, he shot me, and I'm gonna shoot him back. What is wrong with that? What?
You shoot back.
No, he gotta go to jail right motherfucking now.
There's a 911. I'm calling my uncle.
No, I'm calling the police. What?
She was solid for that though. Like, I didn't even expect the story to turn like that. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
That was something else.
For her to have the wherewithal to think like, oh my God, if I call the police, that can end up in him getting shot, me getting shot, my homegirl, just because of everything going on, our interactions with police now. For her to even have that thought process in a moment like that, being shot, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and I feel like that's a testament to how much black women protect black boys, black men. Like, we have a bunch of nephews and brothers and cousins, and we look out for them. We nurture them. We protect them in any way that we can as women. Like, it's not always fighting somebody for you, but it's like making sure you know not to go here when you're supposed to. Checking the bitch that checked you. Just make sure you're good, nurturing you, loving you. That's what we do.
Facts.
That's what we do.
For her to even have that thought process is like she was still protecting him even though he didn't protect her. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make you don't even owe that nigga that type of loyalty.
None.
Right.
But that's trauma in our community. That trauma gotta go sometimes, because we can't keep pouring into motherfuckers that ain't gonna pour back into it. That nigga was not worthy of being protected. I know that we're conditioned to protect our black brothers, but it gotta be reciprocal sometimes.
Yeah, like, Meg, you didn't owe him no loyalty. And granted, it might be deeper than what we know.
Probably. Yeah.
You know, we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact of, like he keep pointing out, just the fact of that her mindset went directly to protection. Like, that's in us.
Yeah.
That's conditioned. You know what I mean? That's it's
that's sick.
Like, dang, like, I don't want to see my brother go down, so let me act like this.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And it starts early. Like, go make your uncle plate. Make your brothers plate.
Woo!
Help me cook, so your brothers can eat while they in the back playing a video game and not having to worry about the real world. That's how it starts.
No accountability.
That part.
Damn, that shit deep. I wasn't even thinking about all that.
It starts really early.
We can go in. It goes to the household.
Man.
Your granny started this.
Damn.
And little girls, we play with realistic toys as kids. Like, and boys, they typically play with like action figures and building things like that. And that's cool too. Imagination is cool. But girls, children, we're already immersed in the real world very early. So we think about a lot of real shit.
We're taught to take care
in a different way.
Baby dog, take care of it. We're taught to take care from day one.
Yep.
Here's this. Take care of it. Treat it nice. Nurture it. That's part of being a woman. And a lot of women, they fight that tendency.
I skipped the part where they said, "Don't tell on the nigga that shot you." Though I'm sorry, I skipped that lesson. Damn it.
Yeah, that's crazy to me too. Like, wait, what? We protect him.
That goes back to conditioning too. Like, she straight up said, like, I'm from that way.
Yeah.
You know, I don't deal with the police. I don't do this. I've never been that female. I've never done that. So I'm not about to start doing that now.
Right.
Tori ain't from this way.
Facts.
You emotional. Why is you shooting me?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Bitch.
Right. Sip him to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, like,
all them chicks types, he was trying to tell us something.
And that just go to show she must really love him and must really fuck with him like that for her. Where's her cousins? Like, okay, you didn't tell the police, okay, because the streets was gonna take care of it. Where are your cousins? Why they ain't popped this nigga yet? What is going on?
Shit, that nigga.
That goes back to what he said. Sometimes niggas don't want to indulge.
So she contradicting herself.
Because I ain't gonna lie. Okay, let's say
that shit trash.
I've done it. I've been in situations where a girl that I'm cool with or my cousin, you know what I'm saying, I didn't check the nigga for her, put this nigga down.
Mhm.
Now she back with this nigga. That's the that make you never don't give a fuck what a motherfucker got going on after that. Like, I am not doing that no more. Cause
Did it
now
hurt you to do that? Let me ask you this: did it hurt you to do that?
it didn't hurt me to do nothing because I'm not.
Rather you had put that down and let the example know that baby girl is love,
Yeah.
rather than not have did nothing and all, and he felt okay. I'm about to just kill her. I can do whatever I want.
But I can't love her more than she gonna love herself.
Eventually, she gonna get tired though.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
But I do get it. I'm not one and done.
You know what I'm saying? I got,
You
class.
can't be Captain Save-A-Hoe.
Yeah.
It gotta be discretion used. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I know I have a friend that died to domestic violence with a nigga she was fucking with that we went to school with. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't no girl to let no nigga do nothing to her or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? She was just dealing with a ain't shit ass nigga and some shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we check him one time. I wasn't around when this shit was going on, but I'm just saying, let's say we check this nigga and some shit happened and she go back with this nigga. Then this shit happened anyway. Now we got to go kill this nigga because he killed her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I do.
I told it, that's this sticky.
You know
It's
what I'm
like
saying?
you have to really use your common sense and your discretion, or really not even get involved. Just let a motherfucker know they love. Look, sis, I see you. I know what you got going on. I'm here when you ready.
Right.
Maybe that's the approach we got to take. A lot of people don't even feel like people there. Nobody even sees or cares because we don't acknowledge it. We turn our cheeks. We like, that ain't my business. That's bullshit too. Because when people oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda. So maybe it's just a factor of saying I'm here.
I think that part. I think that's the biggest issue when you turn in the cheek. I mean, I feel like as a man, there are several different ways we can be there for a woman, especially as far as the protection piece we're talking about. But like I said, I do understand the fact that if you're in a situation where you stepping into a situation that's happening right then and there, and this man turn a gun on you and kill you, you know what I'm saying? And it just like, you know what I'm saying, you died in a situation like that. So that is kind of fucked up. And I don't feel like that's being a coward because you didn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's a situation like that at all. But I do feel like we put so much attention on a man that's not doing that when we have a whole population of men who are doing that. And these are the things that we're not discussing in our community.
Hold on.
The only thing we're talking about is,
bro, before that's like the second question, so don't go into that.
That's why I'm trying not to say nothing, bro, because I'm letting them.
That's the second. Man, that's the next topic. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to let them get everything out. You know what I'm saying?
Angry.
Yeah, get it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something that we
But
talk
you know
about.
what? Before that, though, before she even got shot, this nigga had to be giving off signs that he had a short temper.
Facts.
And that he could activate at any point. And she must seen that he had a gun.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there was definitely signs before it got this far. And sometimes the deeper issue is like when we see these signs, why we don't love ourselves enough to protect ourselves and remove ourselves from these situations before they even occur.
Facts.
Great.
And I feel like being our community so jacked up, like
a lot of it be support.
Women aren't raising men. And I don't want to say that women can't raise men because I have a single mother. You know what I'm saying? But if that, I truly, honestly believe that young boys need men in their life. It's just some shit that you just, as a woman, you can't instill into a young boy, like, because it's innately in women to be nurturers, to be mothers, to be, even if you hard as fuck on your son, you know what I'm saying? But now he acts in a way where anything, he'll pop off on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now he in some other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way, like when you have men in your life where you have the wherewithal to know, like, okay, it's time to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's time. I don't act like that because that's some bitch shit, not women shit, just like some soft shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just some stuff that having an actual father or mentor or just some responsible man in a life that is actually teaching you that you just get instilled as a young man. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my friends' dads, like it's shit that they would sit down and talk to me that, you know what I'm saying? My dad being young, he was out here, you know, not saying he didn't raise me or didn't teach me nothing, because my dad definitely taught me a lot, but it's just like when I was young, I had people around me that was helping me and maturing me and like, you don't do this, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit that I learned, like, you don't got to pop off everything. You be cool. You wait for your opportunity when it's time to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why certain situations, like I can talk my way out of because I know how to speak to people. I know how to operate in any circle that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taught this. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times with our youth right now, women are raising men. And these men today are emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like they like to argue. They like to the hand gestures and shit and all of that. But with men, women don't really be shooting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? When women get into it, they fight. From my most experience. No, I'm saying it's a couple women that's shooters, but for the most part, when women get into it, they actually go to pulling hair and fighting and shit. When men get into it, it's like, oh, I'm about to shoot this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's the emotional side of some shit. You don't have the conscious to think like, oh, this ain't shit. I can walk away from this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how men are being raised.
I feel like what I've noticed with some men, I'm trying to use my words carefully because like DQ said, we do need to acknowledge that there's a huge population of men out there that know how to maneuver and condition or conduct themselves in a grown man, real man sense.
We two of them, god damn it, what the fuck?
I mean, he said that, so that's why I said like DQ said it. But yes, you are too, Ernest. I'm sorry, brother. You too.
I'm just talking.
But in my experience, there are a lot of dudes that have these emotions, and women have emotions too, but because it's okay for women to have these emotions growing up and it's okay to express them, they know how to express them sometimes in a more decent outlet, like
okay,
instead of just like pop. Whereas when these boys have these emotions and people are telling them, sometimes their mom and sometimes toxic males are telling them, hey, stop that crying right now, we don't do that. But they still feel these things. Right. They still feel conflicted. They still feel upset. They still feel embarrassed. And because they never had the chance to grow up learning how to express these emotions properly, that's when they do shit like shooting or shooting over some shoes or over a bitch or some dumb shit like that.
Right.
So I think that it is very imperative to have positive male role models in your life, for sure, growing up.
Facts.
It's definitely imperative at this point. But this generation of men, there are a decent amount that are on some fuck shit, and it be making me mad. But I'm glad I'm not dating him because I almost shot somebody.
No, I feel you on that though. I think one thing about fuck niggas is that they surround themselves with people just as like, and I think they do that very strategically because they don't have anybody in their circle that's gonna hold them accountable at that point.
Facts.
I think men are scared to get challenged by other men. I think when it comes to a situation where a man is being challenged, they all of a sudden think it's a shot at their manhood and they got to prove themselves. And 9 times out of 10, them proving themselves in 2020 is them shooting each other. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're in a society right now where we're afraid to be challenged. We're afraid to be held accountable. We're afraid to speak on our trauma and to deal with our trauma in a healthy way. We lack so many different healthy coping skills that we resort to, you know what I'm saying, different things that will help induce those emotions that we're dealing with as far as drugs and alcohol. And that's 9 times out of 10 leading to violence. So I feel like we're definitely in a place right now where a lot of these things are coming more forefront, but it's gonna take men, because if you got 100 motherfuckers around you who encouraging your bullshit, trust me, if he shot Megan, that ain't the first sign. And I'm not, it could have been the first sign with her, but that's not the first sign where this nigga showed some type of outburst. It may not have been with a gun. It could have been him just yelling or cussing her out or anybody out. But that's not the first sign that a nigga gonna take to a point like that. At some point, somebody in his circle wasn't holding him accountable.
Facts.
And it's showing that right now because he's taking the coward role right now. But honestly, it's nothing that he can say. I don't give a fuck what he can say.
No.
It's nothing that nigga can say that'll justify that whatever happened. And honestly, I don't even need to know the backstory to it. It don't even matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
One thing
you put yourself in a situation where you shot a woman.
Facts.
You a whole ass nigga for that.
One thing that I saw, I think it was comedian CP, low key. He was like, you know what this shit sound like? It sound like when the police be shooting black people and the white people be talking like, but what happened? And I was like, damn, that shit is deep, nigga.
I was like, exactly.
It was like, we be talking about what do it matter? He didn't have no gun. And he was like, so why does it matter what happened if this man shot a woman, she didn't have no gun, and that she a woman?
Yeah,
it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Nigga, if she put her hands on him, nigga, remove yourself from the situation.
Thank you. You a man,
walk
motherfucker.
away. I don't give a fuck. You a man. And honestly, you don't need no dad in your life for you to learn that lesson.
No,
I probably talked to my dad 2-3 times in my entire life.
Facts.
I don't need to learn that lesson to not put my hands on a woman.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's in you, and nobody in this circle holds them accountable. And when you the money maker in your circle, when you probably got other people on payroll and you got everybody who's probably eating off you, I'm sure a lot of niggas they're not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But to me, them niggas need to get held accountable just like he need to get held accountable. And honestly, he chalked. There's nothing that the nigga can say that's gonna make me feel like, oh, you know what? Okay, I see where he coming from that. That shit, it's not. It can't happen.
I kind of want to touch on too, just piggybacking off of what y'all say. A lot of the comments that I saw from the men that weren't supportive, they had this tone that they pick and choose which women they protect. Like, because Megan raps about all the shit she raps about, she's not deemed worthy of protection. Because she's a hoe, she's not deemed worthy of protection. Oh, she ain't my sister. She ain't my da-da-da-da-da. So what's the point? I'm not saying they had to physically be there to protect her, but there's still this level of support that they could have had on a social media platform where they could have been like, that shit was wrong.
If you're going to comment anyway. I say, if you're going to comment anyway.
Exactly. But even having that mindset, like, only the women in my family are to be protected. And then when they do some hoe shit, well, all right, you a hoe anyway, you deserved it. I don't like that. It just further perpetuates the idea that women are objects or women have a value on them. When you should just be like, bro, like, she's a woman. I'm a man. I'm stronger. I'm a protector physically or just like emotionally. Like sometimes, like DQ said, there's other ways to protect women instead of like putting yourself in the line of fire. Like you could just open up, your phone. Like, hey, I'm here anytime. I know you're going through some fuck shit with this nigga, but as your homeboy, if you ever need to talk to me, I'm here. Facts. Shit like that. That's a way you can support too.
Right.
It's just. Can I ask you this as a woman though?
Yes.
Do you feel like we lack as far as I feel like a lot of the men is given this situation and other situations slack because of what we uphold them to.
What do you mean?
As far as women, I feel like we allow so much bullshit too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as far as our men, we condone it.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like sometimes
us to actually condone the bullshit. There's a sector of women that say like, oh, well, Megan, she might have hit, like it's the whole story that she hit him first on all that bullshit. It's women that's going along with that because they Tory fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's BS.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. In order for us to really grasp this issue and for us to become united as a front, like, hey, I love my black woman. Hey, I love my black men. Whether I date a white man or he date a white woman.
Right.
As a people, respect.
Yeah, I feel like
it's respect and love for us as a people.
Yeah.
We don't love ourselves. So the shit is really deep.
It is deep. It is deep.
Like the fact that Tory and Megan, they don't even come from the same type of world. They just in an industry that's the same.
Mm-hmm.
So Tory will never feel Megan. He will never even feel that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than R&B. It's really deeper than all of this or whatever. But it's unfortunate that this is on the forefront of it, and this is an example that we all are seeing.
Right.
Like I said earlier, the industry is our example. We copycat it. We look up to it. It's our entertainment. You know, we indulge in it. It is what it is.
It's funny they come from two different worlds, because the last dude I was talking to, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm from the hood, but I definitely grew up in situations where, you know, I'm about that action. And
you gonna call a whole ass nigga as a whole ass nigga, you feel me?
Period. And I've seen some shit. I've been through some struggle. But I guess because I went to college, or I don't conduct myself as such, or, you know, some people be forgetting. But the dude I was talking to before, my boyfriend now, he really wanted to, he wasn't from that way at all. So he went out of his way to let me know he was from the hood. And sometimes when he showed aggression, it was like, you don't know where I'm from. You don't know. I'm like, nigga, if you were really from that way, you would not be telling me every time you get mad at me. Bitch, you don't know where I'm from. You don't know where my people from. So yell at me again, and you're not gonna have a throat no more.
You're gonna have to find out.
I get it.
Maybe Tori just like threatened by her because Megan was like, you know, she got street cred, she got hood knowledge, and his little short ass don't. So he had to, I don't know, assert this dominance.
Goes back to just having respect for people, like just having respect as a man. I don't give a fuck if you from the burbs, you was spoon fed with a damn rose gold spoon and fork every damn day. Have respect.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You're not separated from a young man that grew up with nothing.
Right.
You're with a young lady, you're in her presence.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know gay men who treat me like a princess.
Period.
You know what I mean?
It's
just about having respect. It's just
I don't
love.
get that, but all right.
You know what I mean? It got nothing to do with none of that. It's just about just having respect.
Respect,
right.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's lack. And then we accept the BS. We accept it's all about accountability at the end of the day. Once we change the narrative, things will change.
Now, Gentasia, what was you about to say?
Accepting the BS, things will change.
I just want to know if he ever shot a nigga in the streets.
Hell no, he hasn't. Hell no, he hasn't. He never up that thing, so he shot Megan.
Shit, that
He
shit
just wanted to do
Never up
something.
until he shot Megan.
Oh,
That was
that
the
shit
first
funny,
time,
dog.
Damn. Goddamn.
Meg
That
said he
shit
was
fucking
glass. He was glass. I don't know what happened.
This week's episode is sponsored by the Design Lab at Shutterstock & Co. From logos and business cards to invitations and custom tees, the Design Lab is your one-stop shop for graphics. The Design Lab is the sole creator for copacetic merchandise, available now. Use your promo code COPACETIC for 10% off your copacetic merchandise. Shop now using the link in our bio. Back to the podcast. Make sure y'all enter in for the contest, the TCH Fan of the Month, for your chance to get your copacetic gear. This week we had our first winner. See that copacetic gear right there in the corner? This month we had our first winner. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Jasmine Deshay. She was our contest winner this month. Every month we were picking a new winner. Make sure you hashtag THC Fan of the Month on your social media networks to enter in the contest. Moving into our next topic, the Consciously Copacetic segment. Okay, so we talked about black men not protecting black women and niggas ain't shit and all of this. You know what I'm saying? Now let's hit the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? Why isn't it taken in consideration that we play a part in the bad relationships that we be in? You know what I'm saying? We choose to deal with people who we know in some point in time aren't good for us. Whether it be attraction, whether it be lust, then we go ahead and complain that things go bad and sometimes become bitter, ruining our future relationships. Let's talk about it.
One word, trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is a thing. When you haven't healed yourself, when you don't love yourself and you still dealing with some trauma that you've been through, you attract niggas or girls that's going through the same thing. So then y'all get in this relationship and y'all can relate to one another. So it has this loving vibe. Like, he gets me. She understands me. The whole time, y'all both toxic as fuck.
Facts.
Hurt, unhealed as hell. So you get in this situation, and because neither of you guys have healed yourselves, you're going to hurt one another. This is not going to be a healthy relationship. You're going to be toxicer than that thing. And the cycle continues until you heal yourself.
Facts.
You attract better when you do better.
Shit.
A lot of it be trial and error, though. No. You feel me? But I can only speak on what I know. Mm-hmm. I have went through. I didn't date a lot. I was in a relationship for 6 years, and then something abruptly happened and life changed.
Facts.
And still to this day, a part of me has a certain level of loyalty to that situation. And
which we will talk
in that
about.
Situation, I probably, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just be real. The dude was a street nigga, like a real street nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I was in college, you know, I was a real Doughboys fan and shit like that. But, you know, I'm college.
A lot.
Girl, I thought I got me a real dope. I'm just playing. But,
ain't no much just.
You get introduced to certain things, and it's different from what you've experienced or different from the shit other people have experienced around you. And it's like, dang, it's something different. And you kind of get infatuated with shit. So sometimes it's like the newness of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And then you get caught up in like, dang, like, okay, maybe I think I could change this individual. That's wrong right there. So with my experience, I entered into a situation to where I thought I could change an individual. I didn't take the proof or the putting up front. I thought that good would outweigh the bad, and it brought me a lot of hurt. And I became bitter. I did. I have to just own that. I became bitter. I was mad. And sometimes you got to take a step back and just hold yourself accountable too.
Yeah. That's the hard part.
Exactly what it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are signs. Your mom and daddy tell you, you know, what's right and what's wrong. You see what's right and what's wrong. You feel it. You know.
Right.
But sometimes we indulge ourselves into things that, you know, okay, well, this, you know, this is good. I take the good with this bad. I could switch this up, and in due time, this may happen. And then
no, that's what it is. It's time.
And then when you look up, all this time didn't pass.
Yeah.
And where the fuck is you at? So at one point, you got to hold yourself accountable. This is for men and women. You know what I mean? Like, you be with people. This is even with friendships. You be fucking with people for a long ass time, and it's like, damn, why the fuck am I even fucking with you?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
A job? Why do I even work here? What the fuck?
If it's not serving you no purpose, get the fuck on. Distance yourself. Seriously.
And I feel like it's hard for us to have accountability sometimes on the flip end, because sometimes we're the one that fuck up a relationship, and we don't even know.
You
we don't want to be
motherfucking mad, trying to blame, no, you bitch, it was you.
Yes.
You
ain't to be accountable, because that type of growth hurts. That is a very dark place to be. Before I got in a relationship, I had to reevaluate myself, and I was like, bro, you're a fucked up individual a little bit. Yay, the way you be talking about fuckers because you're hurting and you're inflicting your pain on people, that's not cool, Shadana. And I really had to check that shit. And I'm still working on it with my boyfriend right now. And it's kind of hard. But I'm going through something really fucked up right now in my life. And I have to make sure when we argue, we're talking about the issue at hand. I'm not projecting the hurt shit that's going on in my life on him, because that's something I worked on and I'm trying to heal from. But a lot of people, that's a very dark place to be completely honest with yourself. So that's why a lot of people don't have that accountability that Ernest was talking about. Like, they'll find any way to say the relationship didn't work because of that other individual. But if
Just
you the
say,
fucking motherfucker, you gotta realize that was you, because the next time you get in a relationship, you gonna do the same type of shit, same relationship. It's still not gonna work because you didn't heal yourself.
especially with black women, we allow some shit to. I could even say in my own situation, I allowed some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like certain things, like if you don't set that tone, this is even like with kids. Set the tone. If you don't set the tone to tell somebody how to treat you, or show them how to treat you, or better yet, treat somebody how you want to be treated. How am I gonna know how to reciprocate that? If you treat me like shit, well, shit.
Right.
Then it becomes toxic, because when you really love somebody, you want to do the most to try to make them happy, or try to fix a situation, or what can I do to keep you? And then that's toxicity. That's miserable.
Facts.
You have people that's married doing that bullshit.
Facts.
For none of that self peace at the end of the damn day. If you with somebody and you ain't happy, y'all need to separate and reevaluate. Y'all might come back together better. You never know.
Yeah, never know.
Facts.
I mean, y'all speaking real shit. I think somebody was talking about how you get into situations where you feel like you can change somebody, and that's very true. And that's both sides of the game, though. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely both sides of the game. But I want to take it a step further. Like, what gets you at eye level, though? Because at eye level, we always talk about what we know what's good for us, we know what's not good for us. But at eye level, we still take the route of the shit that's not good for us. Because I can name 100 niggas who I'm cool with, who I rub shoulders with every single day, who are good dudes. You know what I'm saying? They're good fathers. They're educated, got jobs, X, Y, and Z. And I can name another 100 women who will say that these niggas is lame and this
corny,
and won't get these type of dudes the time of the day. They corny, X, Y, and Z. But then you get put in a situation where you have that bad experience. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so I feel like accountability got to be held within women themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's my small piece on that situation. But I feel like it's way deeper than you actually get into a situation, because before you even know that you want to change somebody, something at eye level had to get you. And a lot of times that eye level, it was something where you could have said, you know what, this ain't the right situation for me, but yet you kept on stepping.
Facts. So don't know woman want a good man until after she done already had a baby with an ain't shit nigga. Then they be wanting to have a good man all of a sudden.
Same with niggas. Niggas will come to you. Will come with you with 5 kids and be like, I want to marry you. I'm like, how many baby mamas you got, Sammy?
Okay. So what about the good girls who always get overlooked by the good guys?
Hey, where the good girls at then?
Nigga, where the good girls at? Because that shit don't be happening, bro.
I could never get no play by the good guys. Ever. It was like, I don't know what it was.
Because you was dissing them niggas probably.
Dang.
Probably dissing them.
Bro,
you know me?
She dissed me, bro. She dissed me back in the day.
She dissed you?
Back in the day, bro. Was about 8-10 years ago.
Regardless of good dudes, good girls, you just gotta be at a place to accept that. Cause like some dudes will go get the good girl, marry the good girl, and still cheat on her with the bad girl. It's same with women. Women will get the good dude, marry him because of the financial stability, blah 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 blah. Some women, some men, not all.
Right ass hoes got good.
And be like, I want a hood nigga. Set up dope like house.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's dumb. It's like, I feel like that's coming from a place of not being equal.
Hold on, everybody. We can't talk at one time. Hold on.
That's coming from a place of not being healed, because you fucking off and shit. Like, damn. Get one person to stay with them. Get you a good girl that's a freak, so you ain't got to cheat on her with her. Get you a good dude that's a freak, so you ain't got to cheat on him with a hood nigga with felon dick.
Facts.
We know what
felon dick. That's all he got.
But then again, we also got to normalize those good, healthy relationships. And
facts.
And the industry that we look up to, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's about how many hoes you can hit and how much money you can make. And with the women is what a nigga can do for you. And if he ain't got no money, fuck this nigga. So it's just like that right there is becoming a norm. And it's fucked up because we got all these little kids, little boys and girls, black boys and girls, who's looking up to these people in the entertainment industry. And that's all that they're talking about right now. But yet we had these conversations and we 30 and we wondering why shit is all fucked up. We know exactly why shit fucked up. Because of everything that we're consuming ourselves to. Everything is about what a nigga can do for you. This nigga ain't got this nigga ain't got that. Same thing with the dudes. I want to fuck this bitch. I want to fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get money to X, Y, Z. We normalize these things, and since social media has become just the front foot of the entire world, it's being just flashed in everybody's faces 24/7. I can log on Instagram right now, and before I get to my 5th post, it's gonna be a girl on there talking about some shit about get some money out of a nigga, and there's gonna be a nigga on there talking about trying to fuck a girl. That's what we normalize. But then we had these conversations when we went through that trauma and we hurt and this and this 30 plus years old, and we talking about how, you know what I'm saying, how shit fucked up. We know exactly why shit fucked up. The question needs to be, what are we doing right now so that these young people that's under us coming up are not going through that same cycle? Because I'm sure every last person in this podcast has been through a fucked up situation, has been through some type of traumatic situation. They're probably going through something now, and that's still very difficult to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So we need to figure out, what are we doing right now? How are we taking the steps each and every day that our young boys and girls not having to deal with the same shit? And if that answer is them sitting up there listening to their favorite rapper, their favorite anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's not the answer. And then, I mean, the cycle is gonna keep continuing.
Facts.
You just kind of got to advocate against those things. I don't know if anybody knows me personally. I'm not a fan of music like that. And when I talk to my nieces and nephews, I let them know why we're not about to listen to that in my car. Facts. And even if you planting a seed in somebody, like a seed in a kid, like, hey, you know how this song is talking about how all she can get from a dude is this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, it's cool to bop to, but that's not good on your mental. Same with music. Niggas talking about, you see how you talking about selling drugs, killing people, and fucking bitches. That's not cool. We're not playing that in my car. And just planting those seeds, that's what happened to me. It changed my world on a small level. Somebody planted a seed in me. I wasn't allowed to watch music videos growing up. And my mom said, I don't want you looking at little girl or girls being turned into objects by men. Watch the music videos. All they doing is rapping, and it's just girls standing there shaking their butt in the camera. So when I started watching music videos as an adult, it's cringy to me. So I feel like the way we can change it is like just speaking out and advocating against media like that. Like, that's not what you want to conduct your life like.
I hear
you. I feel you. I feel you on that. I think the big thing is just like I said. I mean, I think it's a certain people who have no idea what that lifestyle is like, and they're so intrigued by that lifestyle, and they talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a whole nother generation of people who, like me, I've been through a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know what the trenches is like. I know, you know what I'm saying, we're going through death. It's like we're going through, you know what I'm saying, prison, all that type of shit is like. I know what that type of shit is like. So I can say consciously, like, shit, hell no, that ain't what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a huge advocate when it comes to the kids doing that. But a lot of these little motherfuckers who screaming all that shit, getting money, this, them niggas ain't did shit in their life, and they're attracted to a lifestyle.
I don't know about y'all, but me, nigga, a little nigga come to me, it's like, you think I should be fucking these bitches? I'm gonna say no to him, right? But in my mind, I'm like, little nigga, you gonna have time of your life. You get out here fucking these bitches, my nigga.
But you need to keep your nephew far away from you. Okay?
What was you doing?
Cause I was out here fucking these bitches.
That's exactly.
We're not sugarcoating shit. I got a mentee. I keep it 1,000 with her. Cause my mentors, they was fake as hell.
Right.
And I don't appreciate that shit.
I don't know, like
it's a way you can say that, Ernest. I feel like in a more like not objectifying way. Cause I'm all for.
I was
like when my
time out, nigga. I'm joking. But, okay.
Oh.
I'm
I thought
joking.
you were saying like sex is cool because it's cool for teenagers to, you know, explore things, but they just got to be safe about it.
His brother was 10 and he was trying to get him to have sex. So, like,
look, it wasn't my brother. Okay, I'll tell the story. Oh, fuck it.
Tell the story.
I'll tell it. Look, I'm 16. Am I 16?
You were like 15.
No. I'm 16, 17 because he was 12, 13. Okay. I was fucking at 12, 13 already. We was having sex at that age. So, yeah, Battle Creek small, bro. Battle Creek small, yes. So,
I was bored.
They was hunching. They wasn't having sex.
It wasn't nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first song I ever had sex to. Faded Pictures by Joe and Case. You know what I'm saying?
was
Anyway, shout out to her.
My face, I'm amazed.
But at the time, I'm still a kid. I'm not thinking with my earnest brain at 29 now that, hey, you shouldn't be getting older bitches to fuck your little brother. Like, that shit wasn't on my mind. I wasn't conscious enough to think like this could have some effect on him, you know, from years to come. I'm thinking, shit, I was getting pussy about his age. I got a big little booty bitch from the side down here. You know what I'm saying? Send her in there with little bro. And now in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, damn. Why did I do that shit? You know what I'm saying? It's wrong on multiple levels, right? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like sex trafficking level.
Like it's wrong. It's wrong on multiple levels. But when you a kid, when you a kid, you're not thinking like. I wasn't a dad at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a kid.
Right.
I'm thinking, you know, shit, ain't nothing wrong with getting no pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But in hindsight, I wish I wouldn't have did that. Yeah, that nigga got a few babies now. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of backfired on me, but
right. And we planted these seeds of
You know
objectification early, but I'm glad you knew you did the
But when I have a son now, you know what I'm saying? If God willing, please.
I'm stressed out.
I'm gonna know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you done did everything you wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, I was doing everything that you shouldn't do. You know, so I know the tricks. You know, so I know what's happening when I leave the crib. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta. I know. You know, so I did it. I've been there and done it all.
Getting you pussy at 10?
Who?
Somebody was bringing you pussy at 12, 10, 12, 14?
No, I didn't have the experience like he did, like my brother did. I just went out.
But why did you feel like
and sought after it myself?
It already didn't happen.
Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
I smack little brother there, little bro there. I'm like, little bro, you know what I'm saying?
Like
trying to smack. I didn't force him. I didn't force him or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I asked him, you comfortable? And he was cool. He was happy. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga had a good time. Nigga, I'm trying to tell you. But,
shit over there, dog.
But, you know what I'm saying? In hindsight, I wish I hadn't done that, though. I wish that had never happened. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Me being 17, 16.
I know kid.
So you telling me you the same at 17, 16 that you is now at 29? No. It's a whole bunch of shit that's different now.
No, my boyfriend has a 16-year-old daughter right now.
See?
And I'm like, I know. I was 16 before. And she not doing half the shit we used to do at 16.
Good.
But I like when she tried to run game, I'm like, you can't fool me. I was a 16-year-old girl before. Man. Sis, trick no good. I just pray she don't do half the shit we was doing at 16.
We was really like living life like we was real ass adults.
That shit was fun as hell though.
It was so amazing.
I was sheltered.
It was fun.
Now that I'm grown, like when I got to college, niggas was like, "Oh, we going to a house party." I'm like, "Nigga, I've been having house parties since I was like 13." No,
right?
Like this shit is. This is nothing. My house used to be the spot back in the day.
The spot. I mean, we had like friends that had. Everybody had a spot, so we was like rotating.
Yeah.
Like Friday night, Saturday night, we over here, we over there. It was just so much.
We had drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like we was going hard. I don't know how we got off the subject. Yeah, we had drinks.
That's why we old as hell now.
Yeah, that's why we old now.
but I can't lie though, man. I think that should be hard for me, like, cause I work with kids. I've been working with kids for a long time.
Right.
And it'd be hard for me to be like, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, because it's like I did that shit and it was fucked up. But I ain't gonna lie, nigga had a ball.
I had a ball.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but I think now they dealing with like a lot more peer pressure. They got to deal with the whole social media shit. We ain't had to deal with that shit. It was definitely some behind closed doors type shit with us. Everything that they do, they got a camera in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So
when we did shit, nobody saw.
It'd be hard for me to just be like, man, nigga, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't be moving like this. You can't be doing that, because I be looking like, damn, nigga, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. I know.
I agree. I try to teach lessons and like remember that I was a teenager once too, but I also try to like tell them like, I did do this, but this is what fucked me up in the long run. So for my thing, and I'm not proud of it, I was talking to older guys when I was younger. And so when I come across young ladies that want to talk to older dudes, I'm like, all right, it may seem right to you because of this, that, and the third, but I'm telling you, as somebody that went through it, this is why it's not the groove. Right. But if you do want to have sex with someone your age, that is fine. Just use protection and make sure there ain't no camera out, because it'll be forever documented. So you just say things like that. Like, I'm not trying to take your fun away from you, but let's just be smart about it, because you're coming from someone that wasn't that smart about it. I'm trying to get you.
Definitely. So in conclusion, I think that the way we change or interact with one another is that we start teaching our kids to wait on sex. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened is that not even wait on sex, just be responsible in sex. Because what's happening, in my opinion, is that people are having babies at a young age. They parents at 19, 18 years old, and they haven't been through enough relationships yet to develop to be a mate yet. You know what I'm saying?
You haven't been through enough life.
Listen, I had a lady that works for me come up to me and tell me that she's 36 years old and have a 17-year-old son, and her son has a baby.
Damn.
Sound like my cousin. Her name Erica.
He said her name Erica.
Sorry, y'all. My son is knocking at the door. No, her name is not Erica.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want to be no grandma at 36 years old. Are you fucking shitting me?
Right.
Cycle continues.
Yeah. The cycle continues, man.
Facts. You better keep him under wraps, because he's the swag monster.
Just teach him some great things. You know what I'm saying? To be respectful.
I got a trick for him. If you want to let him come holler at me, I got a trick for him. How to keep him baby free. You know what I'm saying?
What you talking about?
I ain't want to say his name. I know how to keep him baby free. I tell all my little young Sigmas, I let them know what to do. You know what I'm saying? DQ, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, we ain't gonna talk about that, dog.
I tell him what to do. Baby free.
We ain't gonna talk about that, man.
I think you mentioned this last podcast.
He got saved a couple times.
You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know what to do.
This nigga something else, man.
Keep you baby free. You can do it every time too.
Why he smiling so hard?
Oh shit, bro! You something else, dog.
Every time.
You're tuning in to the Copacetic Hour.
This is the copacetic hour.
Why don't you just chill?
Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill?
Back to the podcast. We're going to move into the email of the week. Shout out to all my copacetic followers. I'm looking for a name for my copacetic followers. I don't have it yet, but I need something to call y'all, like the copacetters or some shit. Send me your ideas. I don't know. I don't like copacetters. It's kind of lame, I feel like. But send me your ideas so y'all can have a name so I can get all y'all shirts, whoever a part of the team. All right. Email of the week. Dear TCH, the Copacetic Hour, please do not say my name, but I need help. My wife and I are newlyweds. We've been married for about 2 months, Before our wedding, I suggested we take a break just to make sure that this is something that we really wanted to do. She reluctantly agreed. We decided that we could freely see other people during this 2-month break. We both slept with other people, but this hoe went and got pregnant. Now she's eight weeks along. It could be my baby, but I don't really think so. Is this all my fault for suggesting a break? Should I leave?
Nigga. The fuck?
Should I leave or should I stay and be mad? What if she say it's not my baby? I'm gonna be pissed and feel guilty at the same time, but damn, please help me, Anonymous. So, my guy, who tells that girl to go out and fuck other niggas? Like, what do you mean, my nigga? The break is for you.
Let's talk about that part first, dog.
The
That
box
shit
had to
weird
be
as hell.
trash.
What the fuck?
It gotta be trash. Because if she has some good pussy, you don't want no other nigga in that
Nobody
motherfucker.
to get in your pussy, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah, nigga, hell no. So he a corn for that. He a corn for that anyway. He a burger for that, man.
Nigga, what are you doing?
The thing is, this motherfucker had to propose, or this man had to propose to her. Why did you propose if you were not ready, my God?
Why did you go through with the wedding?
No, they didn't get married
they
yet.
didn't
They were
get
about to
married
get
yet. They were
married.
about
Oh no,
to
they
get
got married. Oh,
Not
Yeah,
married.
some people
Yeah.
are just so much in love with the idea of having a husband and having a wife and being married that they forget what the hell you get married for.
Facts.
First of all,
Exactly.
now whether it's your baby or not,
Facts.
by law, it's your baby.
You
That
the daddy.
baby is born into your marriage. That is your child.
Facts.
So
You the
what you gonna
pappy.
be mad? You might as well stay and be mad. That's my suggestion.
You,
and we talked about the fact that he called her a hoe, but this nigga was the one that wanted to take a break.
Because
The
she
fuck
probably was
was
getting
it?
on his damn nerves.
But she the hoe.
you the pappy.
Okay, I'm gonna be the woman that's gonna come out on that angle then. Bitch, how you get pregnant?
She was dumb for that. Dumb.
I'ma just say it, bitch. How you get pregnant? Cause what the fuck?
That's why I
just
think
like
it's
to
her
listen
husband,
to
baby.
The whole have a break. Let's see if we want to see other people. I get that. They just weird for that in general. But
Right.
bitch, you got pregnant.
But it could be his
Man.
baby.
Hey, listen. First of all, this nigga's a burger. If you listening, bro, you a corn, bro. You a burger for that.
Yeah, like in
And
general.
two, your wife got trash coochie. Matter of fact, she probably got good coochie for niggas skeeted in that motherfucker and got her pregnant. So.
Hey, don't be
But
disrespecting my listeners like that, okay? God
Hey
damn it.
man, hey,
We
your
sorry,
listener, he a
Anonymous.
corn
You
boy.
can
I'm
take
sorry.
right
We
now.
sorry.
Pregnant. It's a blood test you can take right now. You can.
It
find
is.
That baby is yours.
It's an amnio or some shit.
Yeah,
They
it's
stick
a
it right
couple
through the belly
dollars.
button.
It's gonna cost you, but it's worth it.
But then what though? So if she not his, then what?
They get a
Is
divorce.
he secretly? This must be a secret. Like he must don't want her to know that he think the baby ain't his.
He said he didn't leave his name, so he obviously.
Deep shit. I'm sorry.
Right.
Hey man, and next time a nigga asks you some dumb shit like that, you gotta say his name on air, bro.
Nah.
No,
No, we just gonna call him.
No,
We just gonna call him John.
because every girl need to stay away from a nigga like this, bro.
Saying Sean.
If he's giving the green light on your coochie, it's he a clown for that. That's weird.
Nigga, that's the
But some
whole.
people get off on that though. Some people do get out on like,
Somebody
that.
fucking-
But she should have been safe if that is somebody else's. The whole time she probably did use a condom, and it's probably this duck ass nigga baby. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
But now the
Exactly,
baby
that's what
gonna
I
come
said.
out with some duck ass views. Probably the baby gonna be defective because she had the baby with the nigga that wants to do the dumb ass too much.
She said the baby gonna be
She said
defective.
the baby gonna be defective. What the fuck?
He said defective.
Oh.
I ain't never heard that.
He don't have bad comprehension skills. Like,
Girl,
this is
I instantly thought about the baby off Toy Story. The baby down off Toy
Oh
Story.
my
No,
God.
not like that. He just gonna be like, "Is this a good idea? Is this a good idea?" I don't know.
Shit.
Hey, the whole podcast we talk about uplifting the kids and all that shit. She talk about a defective baby, man.
No, the baby just gonna be a little confused because he got
Oh,
confused. That,
shit.
That's it.
I mean,
Hopefully,
listen,
hopefully he got a good. Hopefully, he got a good mentor, man.
Oh my God.
Mentorship.
Hey,
But
so
sir, I recommend just go ahead and get that blood test
Yeah.
and get that shit over with.
facts,
You recommended that shit. Recommend the blood test too.
facts. So shout out to
Right
you,
now,
my
while she
guy.
pregnant.
You said what?
I wouldn't even get a blood test
You wouldn't? You just take care of it?
He worried about it.
because it was his idea. So you're gonna have to pay for the consequences, whether it's yours or not, homeboy. And you
He
still
must
married
really
me
like
after
her.
this.
Shit.
As a woman, though, I wouldn't feel right.
Hey, ain't no real
Girl,
nigga
fuck
going.
him. That's what he
gonna
get. That's
green
what he
light his
wanted.
girl.
That's what he gets.
Nigga.
No real niggas gonna green light his girl.
Like, that's not even like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's before the baby. Like, that's before the whole baby.
That's before the
Ain't
baby.
no real nigga gonna green light his girl. Like,
Yeah, you go out and
if
fuck
you
other
do, you really
niggas.
don't like her.
Yeah. Like, what?
That part. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. No, sometimes people marry good people just because it seems good, but they still want to go fuck the hoes. They need to work on themselves before they get married to somebody. Then you probably wouldn't want outside pussy like that. And then your wife wouldn't be pregnant.
I'm mad he done call her.
I'm married, and nigga, outside pussy be calling you. You have to say no, nigga. It doesn't like you.
You know what?
It ain't like you don't be.
She
you would
probably
be like,
got with a man that rocked her world, and he probably had the worst experience ever. And that's probably why he really mad.
And then sometimes dudes need to realize we know that temptation is out there for both parties.
Facts.
But dude temptation sometimes is out there that y'all have to go and get. Whereas women, we're constantly curving niggas in our DMs all day, every day that may have more to offer than you do, but we love you so much we wouldn't do that.
Facts.
So
man, we do the same shit too, man. Hold up, swole.
But don't dudes have to go out and get the pussy where we get the DMs? Or do girls DM dudes too? I don't know.
Girls be DMing niggas. Hell yeah.
Yes. Listen.
I didn't know.
Hey, I ain't about to put no shit out there, man. Like I said, the game to be sold, not to be told.
Facts.
But hey, listen, y'all can talk all that good shit on social media, but inbox to say a whole different thing.
Facts.
I didn't know that was a thing. So you can't
I'm telling you, I got a whole DQ.
Shadana, you've been knowing me for a long time.
Ain't nobody finna pull up no receipts on me. No, thank you.
Huh?
Ain't nobody finna pull up no receipts on me.
Oh,
hey, that's a no though. But any nigga exposing receipts, he a corn.
He a cornball. Facts.
That too.
Yeah. Real niggas operate like that.
Opportunity. Who me?
They never slid in a DM.
Girl,
no.
Topic for another damn day.
No, never slid in no DMs.
No.
Hey, we talked about this last week. Like, I'm married and I still get DMs. And it ain't like I don't show Gigi off on my social media. It don't like you don't know. To this day. I get a DM right now, probably. Shit, it don't matter. And I just be like,
right. Some people on trash. You're right.
I just be like, oh, you want to listen to the podcast? I'll be sending them hoes the podcast. Like, I need you to listen for me.
As you should.
Oh man. But shout out to that young man. My guy, do what Sonetta said.
No shout out to him.
Hey, shout out to all my fucking supporters. Fuck this nigga, what he talking about. Yeah. Shout out to you, my guy. Even though you on some bullshit, players fuck up, okay?
Players fuck up.
I hope it's that nigga.
And you know what? I help y'all plan the baby shower.
Right.
You know what? That's what I do.
Yeah, she the one. She the one. Definitely.
He need to take her to divorce court,
man.
Man.
A couple dollars, get that blood test.
Yeah, do what Sonetta said.
Truth. And go handle your motherfucking business. If you love the girl, stay with her. If not, separate.
Right. That way you can make a good decision, goddammit.
Hey, Sonetta sounds just like Megan Thee Stallion, man. I can't get Megan voice out of it.
Sonetta a whole gangster, bro, or some real shit.
Bro, she sounds just like Megan, bro. I swear to God.
She a whole gangster, like real talk. So moving into our next segment, the hood situation. Who? Hood situation. What? Hood situation. Why? Cause shit be happening in the hood. Today's hood situation is, name a time, we've been talking about all these toxic things in relationships and everything. Name a time where you were the toxic one and you did something toxic in a relationship?
Who want to go first?
Hell, I'll go first, but because my shit's stupid.
Okay.
So, was talking to this dude, and we really just real good friends. And I have a princess mindset. I feel like if you my male friend, or if you trying to talk to me or anything like that, treat me like a princess. Cause I'm gonna treat you just as such. Like I treat my male friends like with my homeboys get treated well. I just, you know what I mean, just reciprocate.
Mhm.
So, in particular, this person, it was their birthday. And I'm not gonna lie, this is like some childhood shit with this, or there are kind of feelings involved, but it's not that deep. Like I have my own shit, he got his own shit, but we're really, really good friends, and we don't keep secrets. Like we tell each other everything. Like if he fucking with another bitch, if I'm fucking with somebody else, or talking to somebody else, or whatever, like we've always been able to just get, each other's opinion.
Okay.
So this particular person, it's their birthday. We in the car, we chilling, we drinking or whatever, and we about to go to the casino real quick. I'm just talking shit. I'm just like, remember last year around this time, you had a whole bitch pregnant. Like, you free this year. You went, you did your thing. You got some money. Like, I'm giving him his props. Like, no, I'm proud of you. Like, this a dog. That's a good ass birthday. All of a sudden, the energy in the car shifted. He just looked at me. He like, Netta. I'm like, what you talking about? Like, what's up? And then I gotta tell you something. I'm like, what? He was like, man, remember girl I was fucking with, like you hold me one good time, and like you was like you ain't fucking with me, da da da. I was fucking with this girl, da da da. I'm like, remember the girl I had pregnant last year? Woo. I'm like, yeah, but what happens? Da da da. He's like, yeah, she pregnant again. I'm like, what? Oh shit! This is how I received it in my head. So I'm gonna go back to real life. I'm like, dang, wow. So you not free this year? That's crazy, dog. Like, okay, well, congratulations, G. So I ate it. Like in my head, like this, how you just getting bitches pregnant? Like, when I say this motherfucker baby mama, is like he already has other situations and stuff like that. Cold. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, you're responsible. You're a good person. Like, how are you doing things like this? You just getting bitches pregnant?
Facts.
All right. He felt my drift. Like, he felt like, okay, she on some bullshit. But I really wasn't, because you know what? We have no obligation. Why am I mad? Because you got somebody else pregnant.
Right.
That ain't my damn business. So I was just like, I didn't care. This is where it get toxic at. It was his birthday, right? So, okay, like, I'm going to take you out to eat. We're going to go to the casino. Like, we're friends. You know what I mean? The next day, fast forward, I wake up, I get on bullshit.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just like, wow, that all was told to me yesterday. We had a good night, good evening, everything was fine, casino, all that good stuff, cool. Next morning, I woke up on bullshit. I called this individual like, hey, what you doing? What you got? I'm about to move around for a little bit. Woo, woo. I had spent a lot of time with this individual. I feel like we was closer than this. I don't know, like, why I thought there was gonna be a shift in our relationship. I don't know. It was just weird. I was really on some bullshit when I did this. So I called the individual. I knew they weren't at home. I went to their house. It was their birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday. I dropped off a cake. Well, 2 cakes. I didn't just drop them off. I smeared the cake all on the back door. I smeared it all over the kitchen floor. I smeared it on, yeah. And then I didn't feel good after I did that still. I still did not feel good. Because I'm like, damn, every year it's my fucking birthday. Like, I fuck with this motherfucker, and then like I'm doing shit for you. You should have been with that bitch yesterday. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, now my birthday, I gave you the bit. You didn't even really do shit for me for my birthday. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not counting shit. You got me fucked up because you tell everything, but you ain't tell this thing. And she ain't new pregnant. She pregnant. So I'm like, okay, wow. I didn't feel good. After I did the cake and all that, I still didn't feel good. I left. I go to the next corner store around the corner. I come back. I brought back a RC pop and a big red pop. I shook them bitches up. I let them go. All over the kitchen, all over the walkway to the house, all over. I didn't care.
Right, you were crazy.
Shit.
Why does nigga keep letting you in his house?
Fact. His back door is always open. I know that because I frequent there. I knew he wasn't home. That's why I made the phone call. He was celebrating his birthday. So 45 minutes go by. I'm at my sister's house. I'm digressing. I'm huffing and puffing. I'm cleaning myself up or whatever. I'm just, I felt better after I did the pop situation because it was a mess then. I was like, yes. I left out a part. The motherfucker, I cleaned up his whole house. Some motherfuckers want to clean houses for their birthday. I cleaned up his whole motherfucking house. That kitchen was spotless. It was pop on the ceiling. So I get a phone call. I ain't know what's going on. Shit, I'm chilling. Hey, you been about a house or anything? You buy me a cake this year? Hell, fuck no, I wouldn't buy you no cake this year. What the fuck I look like? We ain't cool. Like, what? Bitch bought 2 cakes. So I felt stupid. Oh, I left this out. So after I had did the pops and all that shit, I ran back to my car. I literally closed my hand in the car door, like in the process of doing this shit, trying to put the damn Harding's bag and shit in the back seat to get in the front seat and drive off real quick. It was just a bunch of bullshit. Ultimately, I felt stupid. But I felt my point was proven. So I'm gonna fast forward to probably 2 months ago. Me and this certain individual, we sitting in the car talking, and he talking about his baby on the way. He's excited. We just catching up and shit like that. Finally, we drunk. I just look over. I'm like, you know what, bruh? Remember your birthday and you called me, you asked me that shit? I did that. It's like, what? No, the fuck you didn't. I mean, shocked. Because I don't do shit like that. I was completely out of character. But I was like, that was really, my feelings was hurt. So you put time and effort into your house, so you got to clean this shit back up. It is what it is. I never do nothing that will cost nobody a bunch of money or nothing like that. Oh, but you gonna clean this shit up. That's my story. That's my most embarrassing story of really doing some out of body. Like, why the fuck was you mad? I don't know. I just really feel like my time was wasted or some shit. I just like you stupid, so I'm gonna do some stupid shit. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that was some toxic ass shit. And we're just friends. It was just like, you stupid. Shit. Like, how do you?
So you just crazy.
Nigga.
Yeah. That's why I said you crazy.
Right. What the fuck? I wish Jitasia would come to my house and destroy it.
I be wanting more for people than they want for themselves.
Oh my God.
And I feel like it was emotions involved because I was just like, you just avoided this situation. It is this how you tell me?
This shit crazy.
Like, wow. Like you knew. Like this was so yeah. Happy birthday. Here your cake and your pop.
And she made good ass cakes, nigga. She made me a cake for my birthday. I didn't make that cake.
I went and bought that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say she made me a cake for my birthday. This shit was fire, nigga.
That's about the bed, though.
Man. Hey, you win. God damn it. Shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to search my toxic book to see if I got anything.
I gotta add this in there. That nigga still fuck with me.
I mean, it's over
my
now.
dog to this day because he said you yeah.
Shit.
Because he didn't even see that shit. He thought it was somebody else. Never touched me.
Facts.
And she got it with that story, bro.
Yeah.
He got a birthday party. That's all.
Can't nobody go behind that. She got the cake.
No. Look, she took the cake.
Yeah.
Goddamn it.
Literally.
You took the cake.
I wish I got a bruise on my thumb for proof with the shellac covering it.
Girl.
So can anybody top that? You should have went last. I don't think we
can.
Right,
she definitely should have just, took us on home with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I can't
top that.
I ain't never did no toxic shit.
I have, but it ain't topping your shit. Well, my shit just fucked up. Like, this was...
You love her, so I know you did some toxic shit.
This shit is... I did a few shits that's fucked up, actually. I was just a toxic ass nigga at one point in my life, to be for real about it.
I just do clown shit.
And rude.
One time...
He rude?
One time, I had a young lady. Shout out to her. I still love her. She is a good person. So I hope she is successful in all her endeavors or her kids and her husband and everything that she got going on. So this young lady, I started messing with her like right before the summer that we graduated from high school. You know what I'm saying? We having sex and doing all this shit. I move away to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? I go to Alabama State. Alabama, I'm out here, you know, eventually I got to it. I wasn't like getting hoes when I first got there, but I got to a point where I was getting hoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was living in a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Me and my roommate tag teaming bitches in the hotel room and shit. All this time telling this girl, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you. You my baby, you my boo. She moves down south to be with me. I got some shit going on. I don't really want to be down here no more. She moves back with me back to Michigan. I play Sigma. Oh, I can't talk to you right now. I can't do this right now. Whole time I'm dating another girl who dumped me when I was online. Still got this girl in my back pocket. After I cross, you know what I'm saying? I'm really getting bitches now. Bitches is coming from everywhere, wherever, cool. I didn't like her, and I was coming to a point where I'm like, damn, I really don't like this bitch, dog. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. But in my mind, I'm telling myself, I do like her. You know what I'm saying? You fucking up. You like her. She a good person. You know what I'm saying? You can be with her. So I was like, okay, come to my room. I told my roommate, I was living in a dorm. I told my roommate, hey, bro, I need the room. I'll holler at you in maybe a few hours. She's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Me and the girl kicking in. We get some food. I smack. You know what I'm saying? After we done having sex, I'm like, I don't feel no different. You know what I'm saying? I still don't really fuck with you like that for real. And I was like, yeah. And then I told her up front, like, how I'm feeling. Like, I told her, like, where my mind was at before all this shit happened, how I got to this conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be honest and shit. And I was like, yeah, can you just leave? And I just kicked her out of my dorm room, nigga. And she went to her friend's dorm room on campus. That was like the most fucked up shit I ever did in my life, I feel like.
Ooh, child.
One of them, anyway.
That's like some dismissive. Wow.
Are you still friends with this person?
No, I haven't talked to this person
since that day.
Ever. No, after that day, I definitely got back in good graces. But when she got to a point where she was ready to be done, she was done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You that out cold?
I used to be.
I'm glad you changed, brother.
I definitely
I'm
used to
glad
be.
I dodged the bullet.
Now.
Yes, Annetta, you could have got caught up in my little web back in the day.
I'm going back. As you talk, I'm going back to the timeline. Like, fuck?
And he's smooth with it, though. He's smooth with it, though. You would never expect it from him.
He was cooking me dinner around that time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wine and dine.
Yeah.
I am dead. Do I know this person, Ernest?
Yeah, you know.
That you're talking about?
You definitely know.
I definitely know.
Yeah, you definitely know.
And I feel like I know exactly who you're talking about, and you wrong we talking about the same person.
I'm just wrong for all the shit I've ever done. When I came to a point where before I met Gigi, I got to a point in my life was like,
I will say this, when this nigga met Gigi though, he was like, wow, like, she just on me.
When
he was waiting for her to grow up, man.
Right, was right in front of his face the whole time.
God damn it. I got to a point where I called every girl that I ever did wrong and apologized to them.
Aww.
So none of the girls that I ever dealt with that I did wrong could never say like I didn't man up and I didn't apologize to them for what I have done.
It was inside to you because I know I'm a whole clown and I've been a clown, so I used to play games and shit.
Yeah, when I was trying to mess with Sonetta wouldn't like, she was like, he cool, but I ain't really trying to fuck with him. She was still a virgin. Yes, yes.
Second of all, I played a lot.
She
I
wasn't
knew what he
trying
was
to,
trying to do, but I used to play games.
because she definitely would have been in my web too if she would have allowed herself to be.
Nigga, I was too player for you. You crazy. I knew what was happening.
It happened.
Not too player.
Player.
You know what I'm saying?
I already knew what was happening. It was I get too drunk. I'm finna go to this nigga house because I can't go to mama's house.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And I'm always,
love me.
and I always a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Okay, my thing was, yes, I treated women wrong sometimes, but
He threw all the parties.
I didn't disrespect
all
women.
the best girlfriends.
Yeah.
Are you best friends with every bitch on campus?
I'm best friends. Me and Jatasia best friends. Like, I'm just friends with females.
Right. Like I told you, he just smooth with it. He just smooth with it. Like you'll never expect it. And when I found out Ernest had like some images out back in high school, I was like, oh my God. I never
after that Sigma ball, when I figured it out. After I went to that Sigma ball with you, I started getting different levels of attention, even at state. And I was like, this is different.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. Yeah, like even when I would come home and even see you or pop up, I'm just like, this different. Like I'm like,
that's you can't give everybody everything up front though.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was just this nice young man.
I am a nice young man. Don't get it twisted.
I just thought he was just as cool.
That was the old you.
Yeah, I was nice back then. It's just that I was immature.
I feel like you did exactly what every boy.
I mean, he never disrespect me.
Would want to do.
I didn't disrespect no women. You know what I'm saying? I liked to have sex, of course, and I was fat, so I couldn't be like, hey, look at me, I'm sexy. I had to like talk to you and grab your mind and have you thinking like, I like him. I don't know why.
Smooth as fuck.
But I like him. You know what I'm saying? That's my game. You know what I'm saying? So my shit was probably worse than a lot of niggas because I had you thinking with your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
and niggas didn't see you as competition.
I ain't back on that.
They didn't know you was getting as much pussy as you was.
Right. And that's a good point too. Niggas didn't see me as competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
that's funny.
Nigga, I was a sniper.
Smashing they baby.
Smashing baby mamas, you right?
American sniper.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga funny.
I got a
how you've been delivered.
Yeah, but
my
all that's in the
story
past.
just happened last year.
What?
Yeah, let's say that. Let's move off of me and my toxic ways.
It's gonna be a year in about, what's today's date? The 2nd or the 1st? It's gonna be a year in about 20-something days. But I was single, parlaying. I was Don Juan Daddy Snatcher. I had this partner who had been my partner since I was 18 years old. And he was 21 at the time. Okay. So, we'd have our situationships. I've been single that whole time. He would dibble and dabble in relationships. And then I would respectfully just leave him alone when he would get in a relationship. But there was the last time he got into a relationship before the toxic shit. He didn't tell me that he was in this relationship because it was with a young lady I grew up with in my neighborhood, and our neighborhood is pretty close. So he didn't tell me he was with her. I had to find out the hard way, and I chewed into him. I'm like, bro, like, we're friends first. Like, yeah, we fucking, but we're cool. Like, Let me know. Like, I'm not going to be mad at you. And he was like, all right, I would never do nothing like that to you again. I'm like, okay. So then he breaks up with her. And then we start fucking again like we always do. And then we was having a good little run last summer. Nice little run. And out of nowhere, he asked for something out of character. Mind you, we've been having sex since I was 18. I'm 27 now. Well, I was 26 at the time. And he was like, you want to make a video on your phone so you can have you can have possession of it. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck it, let's do it. So we make a little video on it. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Nice little video. It was a nice little video. So this was like,
so myself.
Actually, it's nice. I'm like, damn, you be doing that shit. I don't
He
know.
about to freak out.
But this was like July. So fast forward to September around his birthday. I wake up one morning and I was at my friend's wedding the day before, and we got drunk after the wedding, and we all hung over in the living room, waking up on the floor and shit. And I look at my phone, I had like 5 text messages, and that's not the norm. Because mind you, I'm still single at that time, and you know, like nobody's usually texting me in the morning. I look at it, and it's a group chat my cousin had created, and she was like, "Did you know that so and so is in a relationship?" Because everybody knew I was, you know, messing with him, like my close friends and stuff. I'm like, I had no idea. She shows a screenshot of the girlfriend saying happy birthday and all this.
Damn.
My cousin then tells me, this is a very nice young lady. She's very sweet. I know her personally. I feel like you should tell her.
No.
So I'm like, nah, I can't do that. That's breaking code, right? Cool. So then another friend of mine, she comes up to me and she was like, hey, did you know so-and-so is in a relationship? Outside of my cousin telling me. I'm like, yeah, my cousin just told me this morning. Then that friend says, I think you should say something. But I'm using the term friend with this second person very loosely. This is just somebody I know. I know her to be very messy. I know her to be very messy. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't know the young lady. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's not cheating with other people, but I'm going to just fall back. I'm not going to talk to him no more. Right. And as far as him and I, we have nothing else to talk about. Because if y'all remember, the last time he was in a relationship and lied, he promised he wouldn't do that to me no more because we was friends. So later on in the day, we all out to breakfast with my friends because, you know, she got married the day before and we was having a good time. And then I get a text message from a number that's now saved in my phone. And it's the girlfriend. And she said my name had been brought to her attention by somebody. I'm pretty sure it was the second friend that reached out to me, the messy bitch. And I just want to know if it's true. I just want to know if it's true. And I was like, I ain't got nothing to tell you. You have a blessed day. So then she started cussing me out. And it could have just been because I had time or I was still drunk from the night before. But I gave her what he was asking for. It wasn't the whole video. It was just a nice little screenshot just to show him in his room with my toes in his mouth. So, but that was very toxic. That was very toxic. I felt bad. Needless to say, I already made my mind up. I did not want to be cool with him anymore.
Damn.
So yeah, that was pretty toxic.
So you broke Sis' heart.
Man, and his nigga got a picture with the toes in his mouth going around.
Hey, long story short, I guess I didn't break it too bad because they having a baby and I'm happy for him, I guess.
Oh, okay, cool.
But word on the street is he's still cheating, so.
Ooh. Shout out to him. Hey, it is not once a cheater, always a cheater. Cheaters can be reformed.
They can be. They definitely can be. I believe that.
Living witness. Better let them know, bro.
All right.
I believe that.
I don't have a tolerance for cheating.
I don't either.
And I make that very clear. Because I'm not a cheater. I'm too loyal to be cheated on. I don't have a tolerance.
I would have been cheating out here. Sonetta would have shot me and shit. Nigga would have been crazy. God damn it.
I don't have a tolerance for it at all. I'm too motherfucking.
I've never cheated. Well, granted, I've only been in 2 relationships and one in my main adult life, but I've never cheated and I don't have a desire and I don't tolerate cheating either.
Nigga, I didn't cheat in every relationship I didn't ever been in. Now that I think about it, God damn it.
I was cheating and didn't even know I was cheating before. So
wait, what?
What?
Like, you know how like some people, like you could be in a relationship with a situationship with somebody and they feel entitlement to you and you be doing your own thing and then they figure out what the fuck you doing and they all mad. Like, I was like, oh shit, we in a relationship? Oh, okay. Well, now that you know, now that I know. But no.
So y'all,
that was on accident. Cheating do happen on accident. I'm just let y'all know that now.
Facts. Hell yeah, I agree. I'm in total agreement with that.
She said it happened on accident though.
No, just play it.
I'm an angry
That was my
man.
only time breaking code like
here.
that, y'all. I never sent no
Shadan, I'm disappointed in you, man.
I know. I was disappointed in myself, DQ. I was very upset with myself. But
if
you would have saw the way she was coming at me, like I was all types of fat, ugly bitches, and I looked at her like,
bitches be getting out of pocket. it. Let me know. I got your nigga better than you.
So I had to humble her because she was being really reckless. If she would have been regular reckless, we would have been okay. Like I would have been like, oh no, we good, whoop whoop. But she was being mad reckless with you, and I just
got beside herself. You have to let her know.
She got really beside herself, in front of herself, and under herself.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and end the podcast there. Giving y'all hit ups, let them know where they can find y'all. If y'all got anything going on, please promote yourself.
You can find me on Facebook, mostly Snapchat, Jentasia Tatum. What I got going on. I'm booking parties right now. So if you guys are in need of a celebration, decorations for your celebration, let me know.
She is absolutely amazing. All that shit you see on Pinterest.
Thank you.
And you be wondering like, how does this shit look like that? Because this looks amazing. She can do all that shit. She's fucking amazing. She should really be like doing homes and sets of movies.
Get into interior decorating.
Decorating, movie sets. You should be doing all of that.
I mean, her damn dining room bossy as hell.
Yes.
Thank you, friend.
Everything. She's amazing. Hit her up.
Thank you.
This was a lovely copacetic hour. It was my pleasure. This is Netta G. I'm out. Check me out with Mood Swigs by Netta G. I do mobile bartending. I do any type of engagement. You could provide the liquor, or I could provide the liquor, however you want to do it. I create personalized cocktails. I love to create the mood. I love to get the vibe going. So most definitely check me out. I'm on Twitter at ByCY on Twitter. So yeah.
Hit her up. The shit is excellent. Hit her up.
All right, you can find me on Facebook. I'm Shadonna, but on Facebook, I'm Shay Lewis, SHA' space LEWIS. Still working on the podcast, working on my partner to be in tune with me. I'm on chapter 30 of my book, so that will be released very soon, hopefully. It's gonna be like a cool ass thriller with some Black characters that we all gonna love. Y'all gonna love it. Facts. So cop that shit.
Get that shit. Go and support.
Very, very, very talented too, man.
Thank
very
you. Very
talented. That writing shit. But I'm DQ. You can hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat. I really don't fuck with Facebook too much, but DQ_11. Right now, still at the group home, going very, very strong Dream Living group home. Also, if you know anybody whose home is in foreclosure, I'm real estate investing as well. So I buy all types of homes, big, small, whatever you got. So if that's something that you need assistance with, or you know somebody, I know a lot of people, they kind of want to be discreet if they are in situations like that. You can email me at dreamlivingllc@gmail.com.
Facts. Yeah. Hit them up.
Amen. That's what's up.
And I am your host, 5. You can catch me at Notorious_BIG_E, or hit up the podcast Instagram at The Copacetic Hour, or the podcast Twitter at Copacetic Hour. Keep hitting our email up at thecopacetichour@gmail.com, or visit our website, thecopacetichour.com. And we're going to leave you with our mantra. Please protect your peace, secure your wealth, and define your destiny. This is the Copacetic Hour.
Why don't you just chill?